Hello! I did a video recently about the boutique synthesizer noise problem that I was getting, and now I've cured it. I'd like to share that with everybody. It didn't stop there though. The problem also lied with the TR8, and basically there were two separate problems. They were both USB related, and on the boutique series they were also related to the audio cables that I was using. With the TR8, that records at 96 kilohertz, and my computer records at 44.1 because I like to just have it CD standard because that's all it goes out at when I send my files to my distributors for release. So what I decided to do, I took out the USB plug from the back of the TR8. That solved the noise immediately. With the boutiques, I was advised that I should have individual power supplies. So I got these IKEA power supplies which were recommended to me as being low noise. So once I changed the plugs over, the sound, the whining drone sound that I was getting from the earth loop on the original USB hub was then gone. That solved that, but I was still getting a hum at 50 Hertz, and it was like a mains hum. So I thought, well, something's going on here. And it turned out to be the audio cables. I had bought these cables. They weren't cheap, but they weren't expensive either. They were just middle range cables, which I thought should be fine, but they're really not. So these are Venton cables. So if you have the boutique series, I would advise not to use those cables for these synthesizers. I got some cables from CPC in the UK, and I paid £12 for 3 cables. Now you can work that out into dollars or whatever currency you're using, euros and, you know, Thai baht or whatever you happen to be using. But anyway, I changed them over and the noise problem's gone completely. They're absolutely silent and they sound wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Now, Roland, come on, bring out a USB hub for us. An isolated hub, that's all we ask. You've just done a release with the 909 thing, the 909 day. I never saw a USB hub. Now this problem is evident. It's not just me who's had this problem. There are many people who haven't had this problem, but the problem does exist with some people who have not got the setup exactly how these synthesizers like to have it, and certainly they do not respond very well to having a USB hub that isn't isolated. So you have to get individual USB plugs, chargers or whatever. Again, highly recommend the IKEA Koppler ones, and good audio cables, and that's it. That's all you need. I use the audio, I use MIDI, I don't use the USB for data, I only use the USB for power, and even so it's still caused noise problems when I had it wired up in that way. So the way to solve it is simply individual power plugs and good quality audio cables on the boutiques. For the TR8, either have your whole setup, which means your whole studio has to change, at 96 kilohertz, or leave it at 44.1 and use a MIDI socket at the back, which is what I do. I'm not a very big fan of USB at all in the studio after this experience. There's too many problems if you're running a big studio. Roland, get an isolated USB hub for us. Nice 10 socket isolated USB hub as your next boutique machine. Okay, that's all I've got to say on the matter really. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.